straight to the point. Let's get things popping here. All right. Hope everybody feeling all right. Hope everybody feeling good, staying safe, staying warm. Salute to the whole entire LDBC, basketball and boxing. You definitely know how I'm rocking. And salute to all of the people that rock with me. Day ones, as well as the new subs too, man. The Cash App is straight to the point, 77. And let's get right into it, man. Been very busy. Brown Sugar, the lovely, beautiful Brown Sugar is in the building. Hope you're doing okay. We're just gonna build. We're gonna build. We're gonna talk about this situation. I'm not gonna stay on here too long, but I felt that it was necessary for me to go live with this situation, because it's hitting close to home for many of us. Um, yes, please like, comment, subscribe, man. If you are not sub to straight to the point, and I appreciate all of the members that have been coming aboard, the new ones, and especially my ride or die day ones, such as Brown Sugar, the beautiful Brown Sugar. Look, man. Look, y'all know me. I get right into it. Okay, I get right into it. I don't waste no time. Uh, like I said, I'll wait for a few. I'll wait for a few more people to come in here. Uh, and I do want to thank the people, like I said, that have came aboard, that have subbed to the channel. I appreciate y'all if you're new, and the ones that have jumped ship. I appreciate y'all too, because with growth, man, that just shows, how fake you are. Okay. And I needed to see that. So if you jump ship, or you choose not to mess with your boy, hey, I appreciate that too, man. Matter of fact, I give it a round of applause, man. Thank you. Cause that's what I want. I want the fake to be revealed. Okay. The trill, it's gonna be very few of them that are gonna stand by you, especially when you struggle. But when you on top, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There'll be some people that'll be on top, man. When you down, they don't want to mess with you. But it's also when you do rise to the top too, they want to hate on you too. You know what I'm saying? They want to show their real card, or reveal how they really are as a person. You know. But I ain't trying to get all philosophical. We're just gonna talk about this situation concerning Ray J. 10 toes down, always straight like that. Yeah, well, a lot of people they don't have boots on the ground like that right by you. They just don't. And they wouldn't know if you, like, this situation that I'm getting ready to dive into, with Ray J or whatever. You'll be surprised, man. It's some people that are really praying. They're praying for his downfall. They're praying that this happens to him. You know what I'm saying? Because Ray J might not be okay. He might. Some people might say, okay, yeah, he doesn't have as much money, and or he's broke, or he done fell off or something like that. But he has more money than what you have. You understand? So in saying that, you still have people around him reaching and grabbing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get everything that they could get. Just they're hoping that, and like I said, I'm knocking on wood, but they're hoping that they mark his gravesite. You know what I'm saying? They're hoping that something tragic happens so that they could get, what they can get. That's the unfortunate side of the situation. And not very many people are going to, they're not going to stand by his side like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the whole situation that happened a few months back, with the baby mama and him drinking and all that other stuff. Now, and like I said, I'm gonna get into it in just a second, but just share the video, man. Get it out there. Once again, they don't want to get my lives out there for some reason. I don't know why. I guess they treating your boy. They treat your boy bad. I thought we was getting. I thought we was sharing. I was getting them out there, you know what I'm saying? And then some of the people, what I'm saying, that, usually, come through, show love, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it ain't gonna come, they feel in some type of way. That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. I'm not tripping on that. Because a real nigga gonna bounce back anyway. He gonna bounce back regardless. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Okay. We'll just go ahead and we'll get right into it. Now, Ray J, reportedly, according to several sources, uh, doesn't have that much longer to live. Shout out to the brother Ticket TV, because he talked about it too as well. Around the time that I was talking about it, if you're not sub to Ticket TV, definitely go sub to his channel. But he was saying that Ray J right now is only, his time is coming to a close. Now look, his friend, it was reported that his friend did say, not to say that. And he said F the doctor and all that, stuff, and I agree with the friend. We can't always go by, what the doctor says, because they don't have the final say so on a person's life. Now, usually when we hear life support and when we hear, somebody hooked up to a machine that's helping them breathe or whatever, you think of that person as pretty much just a vegetable. Okay. And that's the unfortunate thing, because a lot of these people have seen situations like this. We don't want this situation to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? But we've seen situations like that happen. Like we got the situation going on with Quentin Aaron right now, the actor who played Michael Orr in Blind, or portrayed Michael Orr, NFL player in the movie The Blind Side. He was reportedly on life support too as well. But we're talking about Ray J. Um, Look, Ray J has been, he's had a roller coaster career to say the least. Okay, I mean, he's had highs, he's had lows, uh, ups and downs, and twists and turns. I mean, you name it, man. He done been he done been through it and stuff. Uh, Here's my thing about everything, though. Everybody gonna criticize Ray J for some of the things that he's been doing as of late and everything. But I'm not here to do that, and I'm not here to judge the man or whatever, because this could be pretty much any one of us in a situation like this. Now, did Ray J make it any better? Uh, no, he did not. You know what I'm saying? Especially, what's being revealed in terms of him, drinking and, partying, excessive partying and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not here to judge anybody. You do what you do, but uh, a lot of people are going to get on here and they're going to say, well, you didn't do anything to better yourself in the situation. Uh, with his heart only beating at 25% or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And that's easy for us to sit up here and judge that. You know what I'm saying? We're not around here 24/7, 365. I, I will say this though. I'll let you know this. Uh, he's not the only one that is living that lifestyle. He just happens to be in a situation where his heart unfortunately doesn't beat like everybody else's, or some people, everybody's body is different. But this is what I'm gonna say, man, and I'm not here to uh, preach or anything like that. All right. But I am going to send a message, though, right? And I'm not going to make it all long drawn out. Man, get your health together, man. Okay, get your health together. Take whatever precautionary measures that you need to take to get better. You know, and I've said that time and time again. You got to understand that a lot of these celebrities, these entertainers, these people that are on here, a lot of people look at them as gods. A lot of them, they look at these people as people that are invincible, that are indestructible, that nothing can happen to them. That's how they look at them. And see, that's where you have reality so fucked up. Okay? That's where you have reality really fucked up, because they are human beings just like you, just like me, just like people around you. These people are not robots. And then when it happens, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe. No. Because the reality of the situation is that you didn't do anything to better yourself. Now, in a situation like Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul, a couple of days after the eve of his passing and everything, a situation like that, okay, that right there, you like, damn. And people still haven't gotten over what happened to Kobe Bryant. Not to bring Kobe Bryant up into it, but it's going to correlate to what I'm talking about. But look, like a situation like that, because, Kobe stayed in the gym. He, worked out, did something positive, productive, did what was necessary to help his body instead of hindering his body or whatever. And then for him and his daughter uh, to to be tragically taken from this existence, man, that cuts deep. That cuts deep. But a situation like this, when it comes to Ray J, man, look, man, I'm not here to judge this dude. I'm hoping he pulls through. And then if he's able to put, most high willing, if he is able to pull through, then how is he going to approach life again? Because I'm a firm believer in second chances. Third, if you could really feel like you could bounce back, you know what I'm saying? Some people get fourth and fifth chances or whatever. But you got a second chance at life. If you have that second chance at life, you need to take advantage of that and take the precautionary measures to get his health together. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to say that. It's easy to say, oh, we need to get our health together. We need to do this. We need to do that. But a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people don't do it, man. They sit up there and they just continue living life, and some people are even just like, well, just forget it. Now, from what I'm being told and from what I've seen, Ray J has been defeated in this situation. Meaning that he wants to pretty much had thrown in the towel, and a lot of people around him are telling him, no, now. there's another flip side to this. It's another flip side to this, right? Um, well, no, I don't. You know what? I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to go down that road. But I say this, man. If it's real, which I have no doubt in my mind that it is, but you do have some people out here that do some crazy things just to go ahead and generate, the clout on them. Now, look, I'm not saying that he's faking this situation or anything like that. I would never get on here on record and say that. But like I said, it's been reported, you know, and he has came out on live and basically has said that, he doesn't have much longer to live. And like I said, you could feel whatever way that you want to about Ray J. You know, however you feel about Ray J, however, what it could be the Kim Kardashian tape. You know what I'm saying? It could be him, the sloppy performances, the excessive use of drugs, you know what I'm saying, his past, you know what I'm saying, him, his affiliation and all that stuff. Even here recently with the situation with his baby mama, you could feel a way all you want to, but there are still people that love Ray J. There are people that care about Ray J. You know what I'm saying, and he still got a support circle. And salute to whoever is in here, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like when y'all coming on in here, man. Um, the Cash App is $ straight to the point 77 if you like to donate. But um, look, man, Ray J, man. Uh, like I said, he's had a up and down career, man. Up and down career, and for him to go out, if he goes out like this, man, it's a sad situation. You know what I'm saying? I would have wanted him to end it just a little bit better. Now, I saw a situation that was going on, I think when he was on the show, College Hill, and he was on there and he was going through a tumultuous time with his now ex, you know what I'm saying? And it seemed as if though he was trying to make things work. Now, you do got to do your part, and I'm not trying to talk about the personal stuff. Human beings are going to be human beings, but you do have to do your part, man, in order to keep it in. And when the cameras are on, it seemed as if though Ray J was trying to do that. But like I said, we never know what happened. It just got revealed when he was on live and he was drinking and doing all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? We saw what happened. We saw what happened. But now we're here. All that stuff goes out the window. And I'm pretty sure that the people that have some ill will and all that, towards him, they're like hey, you know, karma is this and karma is that. I don't really look at it like that. Everybody gonna make their mistakes. Now, is he gonna bounce back? Is he gonna bounce back? That's what we gotta ask. Is Ray J able to bounce back? What y'all think? Do y'all think that Ray J can bounce back? Do you think that Ray J can bounce back? Because I think this is what I think. Uh, he does have millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Now he ain't got Rihanna money. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got he ain't no billionaire or nothing like that. I would make my prediction. You know what I'm saying? He's not no billionaire, but he still got money. He's still an entertainer. He's still around money. So all this shit is for content. I don't believe none of this. Oh man, brown sugar man, she ruffled some feathers. You see, like I said, and see, that's why I said there is a flip side to this coin. There's the flip side to this coin. And look, man, I don't want to sit here and I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I really don't. I don't want to be no conspiracy theorist. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to. I don't want to do any of that. I want to look. I put to you like this. I want to hope that it's true so that he could get through. How about that? You know what I'm saying, Brown Sugar? You said he's the best this in this shit for doing. Yeah, but see, if he goes, then what? If he goes, then what? You know, Stephen Green, what's going on, man? So I guess you was in here for a while. Salute to you, man. Salute to you, brother. Yeah, I thought we, say what's up or something. You know what I'm saying? He just popped right in. Um, and like I said, we show love here. Show them love even when the others don't show you love. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, go sub to Stephen Green. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, show love even when they don't show you love. So, um, well, at the start of the video, like I was saying, and make sure you hit the like when you come in here too. Uh, Ray Day is reportedly and allegedly um, he and his doctor has revealed that he doesn't have that much time. They said that he's not going to live past 2027. Now there have been people that are saying that they only have a month, and his heart is only beating at 25%. And like I was saying, Stephen, and like I was telling Brown Sugar, and Brown Sugar uh, knows where I'm coming from when I say this. Take the precautionary measures that you need to take in order to take steps to your health. And Stephen, you know what I'm talking about because you battled a situation yourself too as well. You said he must have some type of count. Now his heart is beating at 25%, and it's from. I would imagine it's from him. The lifestyle. He drinks a lot, party, smoking. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But like I said, uh, y'all laugh on here. Not you, Stephen, not you, Brown Sugar, but a lot of people laugh and say, "Oh man, I don't need no gym. I don't need that. I don't need to get in the doctor." All this. So yes, you do. You need to take the precautionary measures in order to get better. If they tell you need to take medicine, don't do it. And I've talked to Brown Sugar, about this in the past, and I'm not talking about her, but I'm talking about just people in general. If you got to take something, then just go ahead and take it. You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna keep you here, because you don't know what type of damage it'll do to you in the end. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're getting in, and going to go see a Medicare health or a health professional or or a PCP, primary care physician. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you go see them. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you go visit them and find out. Get your blood work done. Get your blood work done. Yeah, you're talking. No, 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 no. I'm not talking about you, Brown Sugar. No, not at all. But we've had conversations. Nah, because you're in pretty good health. Okay. So no, I'm not talking about you. You know. I'm not talking about you, but like you got people on here that are, that don't want to. I myself, I was opposed to it, but if the doctor tell me that, I need to go ahead, I need to take medications or whatever, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I ain't taking no medication. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to drop dead. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody else around me to either. You know what I'm saying? Listen, for this, for our culture, it's always been like, oh yeah, well, you know what? I ain't never taking no medicine. I don't need that. I don't need no doctor, stuff like that. We've been doing that for years. You know what I'm saying? And look, is every doctor gonna tell you the right thing? No, that's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, Brown Sugar, we have had a conversation about this. There is a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th opinion. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, go beyond the second opinion. You know, dive in deep. Go to other, you know, if you don't feel comfortable with that hospital, that clinic, you know what I'm saying? That network, you know, that insurance that you got or something like that, then go ahead and try to make that change. You know? But you got to get it together. You got to get it together. If you don't care about your health, then just go ahead and not go to the doctor, not get your blood work, not let them get a urine sample. You know what I'm saying? For the women, mammogram, pap, whatever the hell, you know, all that stuff that the women do or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just not do it. Just not do it. If you don't care about your health, just not do it. Go ahead, continue to, you know, turn up, drink, smoke, pop pills, you know what I'm saying, sip syrup, you know what I'm saying, shoot up, whatever, snort, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do that. If that's what you choose to do. But if you really care and value about your health, you know what I'm saying, which I don't know about Ray J. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm with Brown Sugar. What she's saying, you know, you never know with Ray J. You know, but let's just hope that if he is going through this situation, that he's able to pull through. Let's just hope that he's able to pull through. Me myself personally, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that the brother pulls through, regardless of how people look at him. I'm hoping that he pulled through. I'm hoping that, you know, his heart can beat more than 25% at 25%. You know. Now, does anybody else feel that way? No, they probably don't. They probably don't feel that way. But I know for me, I feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, compassion. This guy has kids. This guy got kids. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to hear none of this stuff. Well, you know, everybody got kids. You know, kids don't matter, stuff like that. Well, it do matter. You know what I'm saying? Because you might look at him one way as an adult, but his kids are looking at him as their father. You know what I'm saying? You know, like that's what we got to look at. You know what I'm saying? We gotta learn to dissect situations and stuff. And a lot of people, they just look at these people and just entertain. Just like with the situation with Kanye, which I'm not gonna get into, but Kanye, you know, he's came out and apologized and all this other stuff. And you got a lot of people saying, well, you know, F Kanye, and, you know, I don't want to listen to him, and he want to try to, you know, be black again and all this other stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But think if the shit was on the other foot in another situation, you know, and I'm talking about like if you had to ask for forgiveness or you made a you made a huge mistake, you know what I'm saying, and for people to give you that second chance again. It's happened to all of us, man. We could get up here and try to fake the funk online, like ain't nothing ever happened to us, like we don't ever go through no trials and tribulations. But that ain't the truth, and that's not what I want to bring here. That's not what I'm here to do. But with Ray J, like I said, hopefully he's able to pull through. Um, and you do, and Brown Sugar, right? You look, you never know with people. You never know what people are saying. You never know what their whole goal is, what their motives are. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, like with the hoax thing. People saying, "Oh yeah, such and such is dead, but they still alive." Stuff like that. So I could kind of feel where Brown Sugar is coming from. But has Ray J been perfect? Nah. I think I started watching. I saw Ray J. Angela Bell. I see you in the building, man. Basketball season is in full effect. Hope you stay a little bit longer so I can tell you about it. My son ended up getting MVP, player of the game, and he got um, sportsmanship. Sportsmanship. He got a sportsmanship medal too as well, man. So he ended up getting two medals in his game. They had to cancel 2 weekends straight because of the snow, but we back in full effect on the 7th. Man, got another game. You know what I'm saying? So back out there, man. So yeah, he doing his thing. So I hope you're doing all right, Angela Bell, man. Hope the kids are straight. And if you're just coming in right, Ray J, they're saying that his heart is only beating at 25%, and he doesn't have that much time to live. That's what the doctors have told him, and that's what he has revealed to his fans and the people out there. So, and I'm just pretty much using this as an opportunity to educate, just for educational purposes only. You said straight hours at 213, now 201, working out more. No cholesterol up here. That's great, man. Glad you're doing good, but you got to keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep up with it. You got to keep up with it, man. And the bigger thing, you gotta stay consistent, and you can't do it for nobody else. Look, everybody ain't gonna go in the gym and deadlift 600. Okay, everybody ain't gonna go in the gym and bench. You know what I'm saying? Put up, a bench 500 pounds. Everybody ain't gonna have a 12 pack. You know what I'm saying, or an 8 pack, or a 6 pack. You know what I'm saying? Everybody genetics is different. You know what I'm saying, and that comes. I've been to rehab after surgery. Okay, that's great. I hope you have, man. You know, yeah, like I said, you got to take the precautionary measures for your health. You know what I'm saying? Don't ignore nothing. And listen, man, don't sit there and act like anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, if they tell you, okay, for instance, let's say you feeling fine, but your blood pressure through the roof, and they tell you, I think you should get on some blood. Let's say, okay, hey, try to get your blood pressure down, and then next thing you know, your blood pressure don't come down. Go ahead, take the step to get the medicine. Now, do you want to stay on it? I don't advise anybody to stay on it. But if you see that, okay, you can't never improve, it will never go down, and not just with your blood pressure, but with anything, any health issue that you may have, diabetes, whatever the case is. If it don't get better, then you're probably just gonna have to stick with that. You know what I'm saying? You're probably just gonna have to just stick with it because you don't want nothing happening to you because of whatever that you may have. And see, we don't like to have this conversation. I know Steven likes to have a conversation like this, Brown Sugar do. But it's like people only want to have conversations like this with me when they're actually feeling bad. And that's sad. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't take you feeling bad. Oh, what do I need to do in order to do this? Or what do I need to do in order to do that? Nah, you should have known that in the beginning. Don't just do it when you're sick. Don't just work out when you're sick. Don't just go to the doctor when you're sick. You know what I'm saying? Don't just, go to the dentist when your teeth need to be clean. You need to go there when you need to. Hold on 1 minute, y'all. Sorry about that. But nah, you just gotta. get um as healthy as possible. Are you gonna have some slip ups? Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have some slip ups. You're supposed to have slip ups. You said I go to the doctor every 6 months for checkup. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Regular checkup. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that got a clean bill of health. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to hope. You know? But a lot of people don't go, Angela Bell. A lot of people don't go. A lot of people say F the doctor. A lot of people out here just like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm good. And look, and this is another thing too. If you're doing holistic, if you're doing holistic, you're doing natural, you're doing it that way. Uh, look, I put to you like this. You still gotta go. You said after the surgery, doctor visit every every month. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's crucial. It's crucial for the people that have had, a certain procedure done, or let's say uh, you done beat cancer. It's crucial for y'all to step back in there. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. You never know what could happen. So, and like I said, I ain't no doctor. I'm not no healthcare professional. You know what I'm saying? What I am I'm in here to raise awareness. You know what I'm saying? And educate too as well. You know, in this situation, Ray J's situation don't have to be your situation. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't really pay attention to the stuff that they're supposed to pay attention to. Um, I'll say this too, Angela Bell, Stephen Green, Brown Sugar. I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of people, man, they look at these athletes and these entertainers. They'll say like, "Oh yeah, you're supposed to have millions of dollars and stuff like that. You're supposed to have the best doctors surrounding you, the best healthcare professionals in the world, and stuff like that." I'm here to tell you, okay? I'm here to tell you. People gonna disagree with me. That don't mean shit, okay? That don't mean shit. You could fly, the best doctor from Pakistan, from India. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? If your health is on the decline because of you not doing the steps to take care of it, then there's not 9 times out of 10 there ain't gonna be nothing that you could do. And people always talk about, yeah, you need to get off of blood pressure medications, or you need to get off of this medication, or you need to get off of diabetics um, medications and stuff like that. Shit, you need to get off of cigarette. You need to get off of drinking. You need to get off of smoking. You know what I'm saying? You need to get off of popping pills. You need to get off of fentanyl. Shit like that. Don't down those people that are taking, medications and taking precautionary measures for their health. And see, you got people up in there drinking, you know what I'm saying, smoking heavily or whatever. You got your vice, you got your vice. But don't look down on those people, you know what I'm saying, that are, taking their meds and all. Oh man, I ain't never gonna take that. I ain't gonna never shit. You could have a failing organ and not even know it. Your heart could be failing, you know what I'm saying? Your kidneys could be failing, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Lungs, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is. You gotta get in it. And the only way that you're gonna know, a majority of the time, is if you go and go get your damn work done. I've had people come up to me and say, okay, well, yeah, I just don't want to know. You gonna let that shit linger? Nah, man. And that's our problem, man. We too stubborn. Oh, man, if I got something, I just don't want to know. Nah, man. That's shoot. I want to know. I want to know. Let me know so that we could go ahead and be proactive. You got to be proactive about your life. You know what I'm saying? Ray J, hold on one sec. Yeah, so like I said, man, I wasn't gonna keep y'all too long. Um, Look, people get mad if I say this, but prayers up for Ray J. You know what I'm saying? Prayers to his family. Look, he hasn't been reported as him being gone or anything like that. So let's hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? Let's hope for the best for Ray J if this situation is going on. You know what I'm saying? But as for you, make sure that you are taking the precautionary measures to make your health as good as it can be, because a lot of people ain't really doing that. They'll say they're going to the doctor, but instead of going to the doctor, they're going to the dispensary. You know what I'm saying? They say that they're going to go work out, but instead of going to go work out, man, they hitting that Lakers stuff. You know what I'm saying? They say that they, going to go get their blood work done, but instead, man, they're going to go get a bucket of fried chicken, you know what I'm saying, with some okra and shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. You gotta be aware of what you're doing. But make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, hit them notifications as well. My cash app is $ straight to the point 77. Salute to the whole entire LDBC. And salute to all the people that's been rocking with me, my day ones and new subs as well. Straight to the point. I'm out.